Good morning, everybody. It's Tao at the Forge, and it's a beautiful day where I'm at, so I'm hoping it's a beautiful day for you guys as well. Let's check out Arena and see what's going up. Let's see. So let's try and exchange this. Uh, no dice, that's okay. Historic Shakeup unfortunately only has 48 hours left, so enjoy this one. I actually really like this one. Having that ban list where a lot of the seriously broken stuff is just gone. They should have banned Treasure Hunt though. Treasure Hunt deck is just brutal. But anyways, it is what it is. I was actually able to beat that with my Obliterator deck a lot of times, but it is what it is, right? It's a tough one. This workshop mastermind, if we take a look at it, it's weird. I haven't played it yet, but I will, because it's free to play, and you can get this Haversack of Favor, which gives you gold or gems or like it's at random. So definitely play this one. But basically, the way you play it is you get this deck, this mastermind deck, and there's no sense in even looking at the whole deck. Like, you're not going to remember it. It's just like a random assortment of crap. Right? And the way it works is that, as far as I understand, is that you have to discard a card. So you discard a card in exchange for a land token that will make any color of mana. So let's say, let's go back to this here. So I don't know, let's say you got like just this top row of cards for your opening hand, all right? And I don't know, Diagraph Ghoul or something like that. So the top row and Diagraph Ghoul. So what you could do is you can discard one of these cards, right, to make a 1 mana all colored land, 5-colored land, right? And then you can use that land to cast like one of these, right? So for instance, I could discard like a Wicked Guardian, for instance, and make a 1 mana land, and then from that I can use that 1 mana land to cast Foulmary Knight. On the next turn, I could, I don't know, discard like a Blade Juggler, and then I got 2 mana, and I could use that to maybe cast like a Kiln Fiend or something like that. And so basically that's what you're doing, is you're discarding, basically you're gonna get like just random crap, right? But and then you have to discard the stuff and keep and to get your mana. So you're basically on turn 1 you have to discard a card that you can get, you can get 1 mana, so you can cast a 1 mana spell. Turn 2 you can discard a card and get a 2 mana spell. Now, if you want to cast like some of these really big things, right, like this one, you're gonna have to end up discarding 8 cards. But if you keep discarding cards, then eventually you're going to run out of things. So it's actually kind of hard to cast like these really high end, like these top end cards, because you have to discard so many things, and you might not even be able to get up to that. Or if your opponent just has some form of removal, it might actually be very hard for you to cast them, or they could just be coming too strong for you. Like, it kind of sucks if you get like a Galta and then someone immediately puts like a pacifism on it, right? Like, so. What I would do is I would say there are some things like that you should keep and some things you shouldn't. It just really depends. But remember bread, right? So what you want is, if you don't know, bread is a draft strategy, but it's bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, and dirt. Okay, so the thing is, what you want to do is try and keep your bombs, right? So things like Rekindling Phoenix, perhaps, right? Like, that could actually be a serious bomb, right? So it's like, if you can resolve this, right, then when it dies, you get this stupid egg token, and at the beginning of your upkeep, it just turns into Rekindling Phoenix again. It's just, that's really rough, right? So you don't want to discard the Rekindling Phoenix, right? And and then you also want to get, the next thing is you want to get like removal. Okay, so things like Divine Arrow, Pacifism, Revoke Existence, things like that. Bake into a pie, like things like that can help you to remove your opponent's bombs. Okay, and then after that, things like with evasion. All right, so things with evasion would be like Stormwild Caprador, right? Like, this isn't particularly wonderful, but it's a 3 mana 1/3 with flying, so it's evasive, right? So things like that, or things that you would help you to not, like, basically not like avoid your opponent's blockers. So Shark Typhoon, for instance, is a good one where you could just cast it and get a flyer, right? So anything with flying, unblockable, death touch, things like that force your opponent to or make it more difficult for your opponent to block it. All right. And then after that is aggro, so just really good aggro creatures. Galta is a really good one, a 12/12 Trampler, where so basically your opponent has to deal with that if you have it. Galta is particularly strong because you can reduce the casting cost of it, right? So anyways, it's an interesting one, but essentially this is just like almost completely random, right? Unless you just make stupid mistakes. Now, some cards here are really strong, obviously, but like this one, Curious Obsession, where if you can put this on an evasive creature and you can just keep drawing cards. The thing is, like, if you can draw cards in this format, it means that you can afford to continue to discard cards, and then you can ramp up to these higher mana cards like faster, right? If you don't have any real card draw engine, then basically you're gonna, you're just gonna lose, right? Because you won't be able to discard cards. All right, some really good ones like that might be surprising are going to be things like Fountain of Renewal, right? Because Fountain of Renewal can keep you in the game, can allow you to ignore some of your opponent's small beaters at the beginning, but then also later on can draw you a card, right? And that card draw later on can help you out. One that I think is particularly terrible is this Weaponize the Monsters, because it's going to be so hard to get monsters, like, overall, right, that you basically don't want to sacrifice them, right? So, like, you don't want to sacrifice your creatures. And I haven't looked carefully, but I haven't seen a lot of things that generate like a ton of, like, tokens or anything like that. I guess this March of the Multitudes, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I probably wouldn't want to be sacrificing any of my creatures, right? So I guess there's a token there, but overall, like, you don't want to be sacrificing your creatures in general. Like, I guess maybe if you have Reassembling Skeleton, I don't know. There's some stuff, but there's very little total synergy in here. So it's just something to think about. Anyways, let's go to the store. All right, so we're in this. Okay, well, today's gold offer. You know what I'm going to say. For sure, you should get this. So daily deals. Okay, basically you just pay 50 and you get a net of 500, right? So, right, so for sure you should get this. I will pick this up. So yeah, 500 gold. See, like, basically, like, you have to get 50. You pay your 50, you get 550 back, so you just net 500, right? So they're basically just giving you 500 gold. Do not spend that gold on card styles, especially these ones. These card styles are just terrible. So, like, I don't know if anybody plays any of these except for Doom Foretold, right? Like, I mean, and I guess Goblin Electromancer, but I mean, don't waste your stuff on card styles. Any cool sleeves? Yeah, they're all the same old sleeves, that you shouldn't get. I did get the Golgari one. Well, not exactly this one, but I did get a Golgari one as an F&M reward. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't really see much else as far as, like, great deals that are on right now. No, just avatars. Yeah, nothing, no other sales on packs or anything like that. So anyways, this is still something to consider. Remember also that the Secret Lair is still on, right? So if you're interested in getting Secret Lair, not that. Where is it? Right here. So Secret Lair, it's still on. And if you have the money, these are almost always great value. They almost always go up in value as well. But again, it's like dropping 200 American dollars. So I probably will not get this just because it's so expensive. Like 200 American dollars it's a lot to spend on that. So anyway, that's it for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Good luck in the workshop mastermind. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.